Hello and welcome back to the X-Files Revisited. We are moving on with episode, Brian, I forget the episode number. Is it 8 or 9 this time?
This is
9.
nine,
9.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Salvage. One that you kind of teased a little bit last time about this one.
yeah.
It's one of those kind of tropey episodes. It's about, toxic waste, corporate villains, and a guy kind of turning into
A
a walking
Terminator.
scrap heap of revenge. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
like a
yeah,
Terminator origin story. And
yeah.
honestly, watching this one, it feels like it's all just there because of Doggett and nothing more.
Yeah. It's just I watched this time, and this feels proper like a season 1 or season 2 episode.
Yeah.
Like not 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 your like top tier season 1 or season 2 episode.
Well,
But I would say also not a bottom tier season 1 or season 2 episode. I would just like one of those middling kind of, like you say, it's just there, and it's like I'm not offended by it. But like I mean, I'm giving quite a lot away here, but like I've said before that I really liked this one back in the day, and I think the well, let's play our game. Let's play our game first, because
sure.
I'm blabbermouthing. I'm saying too much. I'm saying too much, Graham.
Okay.
So, Salvage, in the 21 episodes of season 8, where do you think that this lands?
I'm going to say 14.
Okay, right. No, 21. This is apparently the worst
Oh, is
episode
this the worst?
of season. Yeah.
Okay.
So, according to IMDb users, this is the worst episode of season 8. With that in mind, out of the whole run of 217 episodes, where do you think this sits?
If it's that bad, I'm going to say 203.
Ooh, 204.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. So now I can start splurging without ruining, like, without affecting the guest. But
Can I just say something? Like when you described this episode to me, last episode,
yeah,
Salvage, what I
yeah.
had in my mind was, do you know that sequence in Superman 3 where the woman gets
Yes.
hits? Like, that's what popped into my head. So that's what I was
Right.
expecting.
Right. Bizarrely.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So going back to what I was saying before, I think it it is a middle of the road episode. I say, obviously, I'm giving away my thoughts on it long before we get to our scores, but I just think that the reaction to this episode, as you can see from those IMDb scores, the sense that a lot of people just are like, this is one of the worst episodes ever, like worst of season 8 apparently.
Yeah.
um I'm like, no, come on, guys. I think because of that reaction, the fact that I liked it made me defend it all the more, because it's like, it ain't that bad, man. So I think because of that, my memories are that I
Oh.
loved it, and I'm watching it now, and I'm like, I like it. It's got some good things going for it, but
What I will say is, excuse me, if this is the worst episode of the season,
mm,
that's a statement. Like, that's a statement
yeah,
of this season, because this isn't a bad episode at
no,
all.
no,
Might not be my favorite overall, but it's
no.
I can't really overly criticize it too much.
Mm,
So you're like, if that's the worst, and I feel like this season, and I've mentioned it before, is really strong, considering
mm,
we've lost the main character.
yeah.
But yeah, let's get into this, I suppose.
Consistent, is what I'd
Mm.
say. All right. Okie doke. Salvage then. Let's do it. So we open up on Kurt and Nora talking
Mm.
after Ray's funeral. Basil exposition style. Like the
Yes.
worst.
Can I just say that when I put this episode on, 18 seconds into it, I went back to the start because I thought I had jumped into like the middle of a sequence.
Yeah.
It
Like we're
just
supposed to know who Ray is. We're supposed to know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I've
Yeah.
missed something, and then I put the TV's like 18 seconds, and I was like, well, I probably maybe there's something going on here. I'll just go back to the start, and I was like, nope,
Uh,
nope,
yeah.
this is where it starts.
Yeah. And it's just like you get the sense after like 30 seconds, it's like, oh, okay, no, they're filling us in on
Yes,
everything. It's like they're explaining to us through the
yes,
dialogue that everything that's happened. Yeah, her husband died. He was in the military. She blames the military. Something's clearly like poisoned him or whatever, and she blames them. They're to fault, and it's like we see someone watching from outside, and it's Ray, and he basically I'm explaining the opening sequence here. He stood in the road when this guy is like leaving Nora, and basically smashes his car into this guy that turns out to be Ray, and Ray just doesn't, like, he barely has a scratch on him, and it's like, yeah, so we know that, okay, clearly Ray's got a beef with his best friend. He's back seemingly from the dead. So right off the bat, we know his best friend had something to do with what happened to him, and that's your setup. But really, the thing about it that makes you go, ooh, is the fact that he's just stood in the road and this car plows into him, and it's just like, it's really nice, kind of, yeah, just.
it is because, and I'm expecting either the car to stop like an inch from him, or for him to either pass right through the car. I just didn't know what was going to happen here, but the crash it's really kind of fun. The effects aren't too bad, considering. No, it was a pretty interesting opening.
Yeah. It was just that expositional stuff was just like, come on, guys. No one talks like this.
No,
it's
no.
just the way she's explaining everything to him as if somebody's watching, i.e. us. It's like,
but then at the same time, I appreciate the conciseness of it rather than showing us that in 7 or 8 minutes, like wasting 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're just like,
yeah.
You just have a scrolling text at the start.
Yeah, and this actress as well, who's playing Nora, I feel is not great throughout this episode. To be honest,
Yeah,
I find a lot of the dialogue and maybe it is the dialogue, I don't know, or maybe a better actor could do something with it, make it not seem so expositional or whatever. But she just, yeah, something about her performance where it's like, it's really heavy laden. It lays things on pretty thick. But yeah, there you go. So we get past the opening credits, and Scully and Doggett inspect the scene, and Kurt's body is missing. Apparently something 400 times the density of steel caused it, and the car gets lifted, revealing footprints. Scully suggests a man was hit, and Doggett says, hell no. I love how Scully is just like, not even remotely trying like the way she used to. It's just like, straight to the Mulder explanation.
And I think as the season goes on, I find it's something that's a little bit annoying because it's just not her.
Yeah,
it's really not her. It's like a role reversal, and I don't feel it entirely fits. I feel like there's a way to do it without her going full to that side. Like she could give a rational reason and a little bit of an X-Files reason.
That's the thing. Like for me, that's where it'd be like, well, a rational mind would say blah blah blah, but if Mulder were here, he'd probably, like it's like just this thing that she's, because that's why she's doing this. We know that. We know that it's this is her way of holding on to Mulder by keeping him there and stuff. But we still have to have that Scully kind of character coming through of, as much as I've seen and as much as I've been willing to go out on a limb, I still have a rational mind. I'm still going to look at things in a certain way. And it just feels like she's totally abandoned that. And it's like, well, Doggett's here to be rational for the both of us, so now I can just blow caution to the wind and come out with all the crazy theories.
But he's not the rational kind of thinker that Scully was. He's more just completely dismissive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's his argument, just screwing up his face and just sneering a little bit. Just like, don't be daft.
Yeah, pretty much. So he's a different class of dismissive to what Scully was. Yeah, Scully at least tried, So yeah, I mean, and that is his reaction here. It's just literally like, hell no. So a hysterical Nora comes over asking where Kurt is. Then Scully finds Kurt in the bin, looking like a bowling ball. I will say, I do appreciate something that they didn't do here, which is that I was anticipating, and I was like, oh, come on, guys. It would have been the most tropiest trope of tropes that they would have possibly done, which is when Scully opens the bin, sees the body, calls Doggett over, and they look, and then Nora comes, sees it, and starts screaming. Ah! So that's literally what I would expect to happen. It's like, we know what's in the bin. We see the agent seeing what's in the bin. And I just feel like any other time, in any other show, even this show, you'd have that moment where Nora sees Kurt in the bin. And it's like this hysterical screaming kind of thing. But I'm glad they avoided that.
But there's one thing that kind of I really deeply miss from Mulder, and it's as they're walking towards the trash can type of thing. It's the fact that he used to lick all these strange gloopy things, and I know it's not anything to do with this sequence, but I was just like, I wonder what Mulder would have tasted if he was here. Just because he had a habit of just putting things in his mouth that just looked like the most disgusting thing.
Sticking his finger in things and putting it near, like smelling that dude. Come on.
Yeah, and I don't know why it popped in my head, but I just think I really kind of missed that.
Yeah. Oh, grand. So we go to an autopsy, and not the crash that killed him, but fingers. So his head was used like a bowling ball.
Yeah.
You can literally see the marks. It's like, it's just pulled it off. It's that.
Great idea.
Grim. So Doggett says that the evidence shows the man responsible is supposed to be dead. So So it's like the strange thing isn't even the way he died. The strange thing is the fact that the person who killed him shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
So then we go to Mr. Personality himself, Ray, sleeping in a halfway house, and he wakes up, blood on his pillow, and he goes to the bathroom and starts pulling metal shards from his face.
As you do.
Yeah. There's something about the look of this guy that reminds me of the look of the guy from the previous episode, Shawkill.
Right, okay.
The assassin that could see through things.
Yeah.
And and that's why I used to get these two episodes just so mixed up, because of the name and the killer even looks very similar, and it's just, I find it so hard to, and it's like they're working in kind of similar type industries as well, the people involved. It's just, split these episodes apart, guys. Why would you put these on straight after one another in a season? But so Doggett goes to see Nora, and Harry is there. This is our introduction to Harry. He is Ray's old boss at the salvage yard. Instantly you're thinking,
next
on the list. Yeah. I just keep setting them up, and Ray will just keep knocking them down.
Yeah, terrific.
Like, exactly that. Yeah, he's got involvement in this. So basically, anyone sniffing around Nora, it's a suspect.
Next, yeah.
So after some questions, Doggett suggests that Ray is still alive to Nora. There's no record of Ray's body having been cremated, to which she starts kind of freaking out. He says Ray faked his death, or they asked, you think Ray faked his death? And Nora says it's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. I was there. I saw him when he was wasting away from a disease. And yeah, no, sorry, he's dead. Okay, so Ray just wants to eat his breakfast, but Coriana won't let him. She's not very good at reading body language, it seems. So he has to say, leave me alone. It's like, it just, again, this guy, no personality whatsoever. He's just monotone all the way throughout.
I think the actress playing this woman nails it because she is incredibly annoying immediately.
Yeah, super annoying right from the bat. Yeah,
and you're like, this is someone that's not going to listen. When somebody's clearly saying, no, stay away from me, she's like, oh, he wants me closer. Yeah. He wants me there every minute of the day.
Mm-hmm. She's the kind of person who says, hey, just open up and talk. Just tell me, because I think it'd be really good for you to get it off your chest. And the moment he'll start talking, she'll make it all about herself.
Yes.
She'll start, oh, yes, that happened to me once. And I mean, because I did this. And you're like, okay, you're one of those people. It's like, it's written all over her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's super annoying. And it's like, it's just the body language from this guy. Like, he's screaming, do one, love. Like, this guy couldn't be any colder in in what he's saying through his body language. It's just no hints taken whatsoever.
But it's also one of those ones where you're like, I don't feel safe with this guy. I'm going to keep my distance.
Yeah, exactly. So Harry spray paints some barrels in his salvage yard. We're like, oh, okay. Don't know why we're supposed to pay too much attention to that. He goes to the office and starts shredding some documents. That's a sign, always a sign of someone who's on the up and up, is when they start shredding documents. So, you all right?
My back. Sorry.
You're getting old, man. At the time of recording this, yes, it is Graham's birthday, and he is 76 years old. So, yeah, Ray arrives.
Still younger than you.
Ray arrives, and Harry pulls a shotgun on him and blasts him with it. Ray gets back up like the T-800 and kills him, minus an arm that's busy regrowing itself on the floor. Yeah. See, how does it work? Is it regrow? Is it? I feel like if you left that arm there for long enough, would it just grow into another Ray?
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying here because it's no longer part of him. Is he going to pick it up and just attach? Would there be two of them?
It's just like when you see it on the floor, it's already starting to grow.
Yeah.
So it's like, if he picks that up and it's already grown a bit too long, or is it going to stop at the exact moment it needs to, and then he just puts it there? It's a bit weird.
I think in this episode, when you get to the science, it's a bit airy-fairy. There's no real logic to it, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
In general.
Like, I'd have wanted to have seen him pick up the arm, put it there, and then see it sealing back together.
Yeah.
Otherwise, right now, I feel like you could do a sequel to this episode because that arm grew into another Ray, and there's now two of these guys just floating around.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So Doggett is at the scene, and he rings Scully and asks if there's blue paint on Kurt's fingernails. That's the first victim. She says no. There's 2 barrels of buckshot. That's so. I know it's not that important, but Doggett gives the line that people don't just get up after taking 2 barrels of buckshot. And it's like, well, he didn't take 2 barrels of buckshot. We saw it. He only fired once. I mean, I don't know how shotguns work. I'm not a gun guy. Does it fire both barrels at once?
I think you can. I think they've got almost 2 triggers. Some guns have where you can pull both at once. I think.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Right.
I'm not a really gun guy either, but I'm sure I've seen that somewhere before.
Right. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I retract my statement. But
then Doggett also throws in as well, like for no reason. He's like, I've seen guys in the war like running into battle still holding their innards in their hand.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, all right, cool.
Is that proof that I've seen some stuff, man? I've seen some stuff. But yeah, it feels a little bit too much like Dick Swinging at that point, doesn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. So Doggett checks the paper that Harry was shredding, and it says Chamber Technologies on it. But yeah.
The corporate enemy. The villainous nature, isn't it?
We know these guys are bad guys. I mean, why didn't you just call it Cyberdyne Systems? I don't know. But,
I think they could have went further and just went Evil Inc. You know.
Yeah. But I do like the fact that we see Doggett's observational skills here. Just and checking things through. Like he sees the blue paint. Interesting. I wonder if that has anything to do with anything. Did Kurt have it on? It could be a link, but yeah. So Ray washes up, looking like the Terminator again. Look, just reminds me of that scene in the Terminator when the Terminator's in front of the mirror and he's sorting himself out, fixing himself after all the buckshot and stuff. It's clearly emulating that, I think. But yeah, so he's looking like the Terminator when Coriana enters. I mean, now you're coming into his room, like
yes, the woman who knows no boundaries.
Yeah, like zero boundaries, like this is a halfway house. Like,
and do you know what the thing is? There is absolutely zero sympathy for this woman. You know something's going to happen to her, and you know it's going to be her fault.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, you brought it on yourself. Just learn to read body language, people. So yeah, she comes in and she still cannot read body language, and again he has to say get out. He like literally shouts at her to get out, and you're just like you've got what's coming. So Chamber Technologies, we start racing past a load of stuff here. They just start talking about stuff as if, and we just kind of have to accept it. They don't go too much into the science of it, too much into like the hows and the whys. It's just they're talking like no, this is real. Although he does say it's theoretical. The guy that Doggett is talking to.
But he shows him this thing in the computer that is completely nothing.
Yeah,
it's just a graphic of grey like squares like adding on to each other, and you're just like, this is just an image. This shows. Love it.
Yeah, it's like those images that you get on like David Attenborough type stuff where they show you the dinosaurs doing stuff, and it's like because they're showing us these computer generated images of dinosaurs doing stuff, we're just meant to believe everything they say about it as if they were there, as if they knew it all. And it's like, dude, I could construct something in a computer and show it you like a demo. It doesn't mean it was real. It doesn't mean it actually happened. But it's funny. But what's funnier is how much Doggett just goes along with it. This is Mr. This is Mr. Light. Yeah, no, Scully, I'm not buying it at all, even when there's evidence right in front of me.
I think this was my favourite part of the episode, Brian, and and it's pretty much because of the conversation he has with Scully on the phone, where he's like, they've just told me about all this liquid metal idea, and it's so cool and it's really great. And you're like, this episode has been created for this moment.
Yeah,
like I'm
precisely for this moment.
100% positive that's the only reason it's been created.
Yeah, We cannot have Robert Patrick being a star of the X-Files now and not at some point at least touch on some kind of Terminator style episode. And this is it. So yeah, so Doggett asks about David Clifton, whose name was on the shredded documents. Vogel, the man he's talking to, says that he doesn't know why Clifton would have used a salvage yard to get rid of stuff, because they have proper channels that they have to go through in order to get rid of things. You know this guy's dodge straight away. I just, at least I did. I just thought, yeah, sorry, no, it's...
Yeah, he's that character actor who, like, he's a known face. So when he turns up, you're like, right, he's not here for just a small bit part.
Yeah,
he's the bad guy.
And it's just that everyone else that we've met so far who could have or has had involvement is dead. So anyone now we meet henceforth has to be involved, because you're not going to introduce a villain or whatever like in the last 2 minutes. So, or are they? So yeah. So Doggett rings Scully to inform her. She tells him Ray died due to exposure to some weird metal compound. Like, again, it's kind of vague. It's like, so you've got his death certificate then, so you know what he died of. You're a scientist, Scully, like just telling us that it was some weird metal compound.
Yeah,
I don't know. I expect more from you. It's like,
yes,
precisely what was this metal and why did it kill him? Why was it so poisonous? So yeah. Coriana sees a news report about Ray and calls the operator to get hold of his number. And he's just like, woman, keep your nose out. It's just... Scully meets Doggett, says Ray's blood that was found at scenes is poisoned to hell with metal compound. Again, just, what is this metal compound, Scully? Doggett says that Ray's profile doesn't suggest killer. It's just this idea that it's a metal compound. It's like, well, like you can test metals. You know what they are. Like, are you telling us this is an unknown metal? This is a metal that doesn't exist on the periodic table. This is the metal that we found that is, what was it he said, 400 times the density of steel. It's like, yeah. So Doggett says that Ray's profile doesn't suggest a killer, but Scully says, how will we even stop this guy? It's like, all our procrastinating and talking about the ins and outs. Either way, if this guy truly is a walking metal man, how the hell are we going to stop him? So we go from there to Ray goes to Chamber Technologies and he tries to take out Vogel, but gets led into a trap, which he then bursts out of and does a runner. It's like,
I kind of, that sequence is kind of fun because he's just like because I didn't expect the police to be there first and foremost when they capture him in the vault, and then there's the punching on the vault door, which I think was really effective as well, because they're like, what, that's weird, and then silence, and then when they go in, he's just kind of broke through this wall, and I just feel like it was like a bit of metal and bricks, and I was like, this is supposed to be like a really secure chamber of some sort, and he's just punched through and ran away. I like the idea of the whole sequence, but the fact that he's just escaped so easily is just funny. I find it quite humorous.
It's bizarre. I guess my argument for why he just runs away rather than just plowing through the front door, because he can clearly get through it if he carries on, is that he doesn't actually want to take out the police. He's no interest in taking out those who didn't weren't responsible for his condition.
No, I understand it, because it's also the odds as well. There's a lot more people there than what he really needs to be, and he can take damage. We've seen that he can take a certain level of damage.
Yeah.
So I kind of get that. I just found it was just weird. Did you not have that moment where they're like open the door and you're like, oh God, don't do that?
Yeah, I did. Well, I was like, why? Why would you do that? Like,
And then they
keep
send
that
in
damn
one
thing
of
shut.
the guys. Yeah, like they're like, you go in and check, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
right, okay, okay.
I was like, I don't think so. This is way above my pay grade. Thank you very much. It's like I paid to hunt humans, not liquid metal men.
You've got that red shirt Star Trek feeling going on there. You know, you're
like, big time. Yeah. It would have made for some really good horror moments if that whole SWAT team just got taken out. Like, but yeah. Where are you? Yeah, Ray goes to we've read that one. Blood turns to metal. Oh yeah, so that's the thing where it's like Scully's like, Dougie, look at this. You see this? And they look at the blood on the wall, and it's literally turning to metal as they speak.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is that this guy really does only have so much time. Because his whole body is literally like, at some point he will look like Doctor Doom at the end of Fantastic Four when they freeze him, kind of thing. It's just going to be, he's not going to be able to move because everything's just going to solidify, and he will be just pure metal. And that's essentially what this scene is showing. But I just don't quite understand why he's not quite there yet, because the rate at which that blood is like metallizing is pretty insane. But maybe it's because it's just
exposed to the elements, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what possibly. I mean. Maybe it's the oxygen or whatever.
And it's actually touching metal.
Yeah. So it's a lot of ifs and buts and maybes, but yeah. Like I say, none of the science in this is really given any kind of time to breathe or whatever. So yeah, Doggett has his men take Vogel away. Then he sees some blue barrels. It's like, yeah.
Yep.
And he recognizes where those blue barrels come from. So, or certainly where they've gone anyway. So Nora goes to see Ray, and thanks to Coriana, because that's what she was doing when she was phoning. She cuts herself on his hand and pleads with him to let her help. And he's like, they've got to pay for this, with all the charisma and charm that an Ice Cube might have. Doggett finds the spray-painted barrels at the salvage yard, and one of them has a metallized body inside. Yeah. So yeah, this is essentially what is going to happen to Ray. He will turn completely metal. Yeah.
But it's the idea, because he's got the handprints on the lid of the canister. And you're like, was this guy forcibly put in there and then like just locked in? Like, this is a doctor who was like working on all this. Did they not like try and help him and just like keep him until he was fully dead? But no, they just put him in here and locked him in.
Yeah, I mean, we do learn in a bit, obviously, that it was his choice to do that. That he was like, look, you gotta get rid of me. No one can find me, because if they do, they'll shut us down. And I believe in the work so much that you can't let the work be taken from you.
Which makes it funnier, because it's just like, I'm going to self-sacrifice myself, lock me in here, and as soon as he put the lid on there, he's like, no. Put the hands up. I regret everything. Let me out.
Yeah. Oh man. It's like, I think he should have been in fetal position. To be honest, it would have made more sense. Why is this dude in fetal position? It's like he's got in there himself, and then he's just like hardened up and like. But yeah. So Vogel is interrogated. The Metal Man is, as we say, his predecessor, Dr. Clifton, experimented on himself because he was dying and didn't want the work to be finished. So it's an alloy with a genetic programming built into it. So the body infected Ray at Salvage Yard. So yeah, Ray cut himself on the body, and that infected him, and passed on to him like a disease. So Doggett spots Nora entering the building because they're at the technology company. They catch her trying to ring Ray with info. So she's searched through some files, gets on the phone, she's just about to call Ray, but they bust in. It's like
what I love about this is the fact that this is a kind of secure building. And it's Doggett's, not the fact that she's got in there, because I can understand how she could maybe get in there. It's just Doggett's response to like, how the hell did she get in? Like it's just that complete disbelief.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's like they just let anyone in now. It's like, it is ridiculous. And again, this does have a whole Cyberdyne Systems feel about it.
It really does.
So the SWAT checks the halfway house. So Ray kind of hides in the next room. And obviously, Coriana is there. And she dies, and no one cares because we saw it coming a mile off. And it was just like, thankfully.
There's no sympathy or that either.
No. It's hard to care, quite frankly. They did nothing to endear this woman to us. So there you go. Nora is put on house arrest. Ray is waiting for her in the house because apparently they don't check houses before they put you in them for house arrest, especially when they know that the person they're after is a very close kind of closely associated with you. So he demands the name of the man that he's looking for, and then Nora comes out of the house screaming. She tells the cops who he's going after. So she found that obviously the man's name in the file. She was going to tell him on the phone, but didn't get a chance to. And it's just that, it's now that she's finally realizing actually her husband's gone. This guy's just, Ray attacks a man named Owen in front of his family. And when he hears the son kind of screaming for his daddy, he seems to look like he's having a change of heart. He's like we see deep kind of remorse or whatever on his face, but the scene,
which I don't know if I'm buying that. The fact that he suddenly hears someone screaming and changes his mind. I just don't know.
I feel like in order to make that work, we should have had Ray and Nora have a child of their own. And there'd be some kind of link between the two, so that he sees himself in Owen as as they're both dads, they're both husbands. I think that then it would have worked. But from what we can gather, he doesn't even have any kids, and it's like, and all we've seen from him so far is coldness, and it's like, okay.
And he's willing to attack his wife to get the name. Someone that it just feels that. How's this going to stop him?
Yeah. So your wife, who you love more than anyone, can't stop you, but the guy who made this happen to you, you're going to stop because his kid is watching. It's like, all right. So Scully and Doggett arrive to find that Ray has not killed Owen. Doggett says it makes no sense that he stopped here. Scully implies that maybe there was a flicker of humanity left in Ray that stopped him. She says this as we see Ray being crushed in a car compactor.
Yeah.
Not a way I'd like to go, to be honest.
No.
Like,
that kid's screams not only stopped him killing someone, but taking his own life to stop him killing other people.
Yeah.
It just feels a bit much, I suppose. I'll jump into a wrap up of this one. So, overall, I think it's a fairly decent concept of an episode. And I think the performances are rather good as well. It's got strong thematics, but it's so predictable. You can kind of tell the way it's going to go. For me, it's the definition of a mid-tier X-Files episode. There's nothing bad about it. there's nothing really stand out about it either. You kind of watch it, you nod along, and you move on, and you might not think about it again. For me, it's probably a solid 3 out of 5.
Yeah. It's like the fast food version of the X-Files. It's like
it's
every now and again an episode comes on. You know, back in the day when you tune in on a Wednesday night or whenever it was on, it'd be that episode where, all right, okay, let's see what they got next week. It's like, it's nothing more, nothing less. I enjoy aspects of it, but certainly it's not top tier for sure. So, but to say that to say that it's the worst of the season, and to say that it's below the 200 mark in the 217 episodes, I'm just like,
it's harsh.
Come on, it's a bit much.
Yeah.
What's
your score, Brian?
My score is a 3.
A 3 as well. Okay. So tell me a little bit about the next episode, Badla.
How do I explain the concept of this one? Oh man. So think of a little man. Should I say this?
No, don't spoil anything. Don't spoil anything if there's something.
I'm gonna say, think of a little man climbing inside you and using you as a puppet.
Lovely. So enough about your personal life. What about the episode? Okay, wow, right, let's just leave it at that. There we have it, Salvage, which was an interesting but kind of forgettable episode. Next week we have, as Brian has promised us, something rather strange and weird, which I am already intrigued about. As always, if you want to hit us a like on whatever podcast service you listen to us, or on YouTube, if you want to hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment, because we love hearing from you people as well. And we'll see you next week on the X-Files Revisited.